Well, hello everybody. I hope that you're all doing absolutely wonderful today, and welcome back to what I am going to call the final episode of Persia in Flavor Universalis. Obviously, with 1.32 right around the corner in the Origins DLC, which I recommend you catch up on the patch notes if you haven't already, because to be honest with you lads, I know, a lot of say what you want about 1.31. 1.32 really does look like Paradox is trying to make up for a little bit of the bad blood that they gained from the release of 1.31. So I do have faith in it. And that being said, we're going to wrap this campaign up with the intention of me having a little bit of time to start preparing for that update. So that being said, this will be the final episode, and there's a few things that we need to get done, namely a couple of missions. So I was taking a look over here. For this mission here, all we need to do is lower the autonomy or the unrest in this one province here, and we can click this button, which will irrigation system, which will give us some development as well as dev cost and some stuff in that area. And are we trading in coffee? I do not know. Are we? I don't see it at a quick glance, so I'm gonna assume no, but that is a cool thing. Now, War of the Lions, possibly. We have a long truce with these guys. If we can get it today, I will. Break the Badara fort. The Badra, I think is how that's pronounced. We're gonna have to wait until we core this province up here in Ahmadabad. I'm going to say that wrong forever. This one, I don't know if we're gonna get this one, but this one here, I believe we were waiting until we could attack these guys. So in order to attack them, let's take a look. Do they have any allies that we could attack? Do we have a truce with Chagatai? We do. We have a truce with basically everybody, basically. So if we wanted to, we could probably break the alliance, but I don't know, man. That's not really my style. I think what I'd rather do is just head on over to the Speed 5 machine and sit on that for a bit. Got an extra missionary merchant. You guys know what I'm saying. It's become a recurring theme around these parts that I use the terms missionary and merchant interchangeably. So I'd rather not take a loan, but I don't really think I can avoid it. Let me see here. I think we can just go indebted to the burgers. That is fine with me. I will take out a couple of loans. We can click that button there. Pay off the loans we don't need. And we'll just pay off the other ones as time goes on. The reason why you do that is just because the inflation comes in, but the inflation is not an issue. The inflation is going down over time. You lose one mercantilism, but more importantly, it's much cheaper on you to over time because you do not need to pay as much in interest. So as far as steering goes, I would reckon steering. Let's steer from over here. Since we're steering quite a bit out of there, let's take a look at how that affects us. We're at 271, 280, but he hasn't gotten there yet, so it'll be a 288. Not bad. That's some good numbers right there, right, chat? Or peanut gallery, I mean. You guys aren't chat. You guys are the peanut gallery. We've talked about this. So let's also make sure we're upgrading a couple of these centers of trade. These guys are in the trade node. They're not, but they will be now. The sex worker is indeed in the trade node. It's already a level 3, and Multan can also be in the trade center and be upgraded to level 3. And that will steer quite a bit of trade over here. And we are steering quite a bit from over here as well. Going to add Urva back because it's been colonized by now, so we have an extra merchant that we can steer from Deccan, which is good. So we'll go from 291, which is already higher than we were at, to 298. So just like that, we're gaining like an extra 20-some ducats a month. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Very good. All right, so name that song reference. You get a cookie. But yes, lads, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment and leaving a comment down below the video, let me know how you felt about this series and like what you maybe would have changed. I got a lot of comments that were basically saying it seemed a little easy. And, I tend to agree. I think that I rolled this series. Persia is already a very strong military nation, though. That's something that you have to remember. There's not really any getting around that. Oh, these guys are guaranteeing Kangra. Well, hot dog. Well, I actually just made up my mind. That trims quite a few years off of that because all I need from them is this one province for this mission. And then this one here, all I need is this mission from them, this province from them as well. So then we're going to snake these provinces from Jaunpur for that one. This one, we are still working on the core. So all is well, man. That's really good. That was a good thing I noticed that. Somebody had mentioned that I left Multan up here, or Multan as an OPM somewhere. a couple of episodes back, which I think is kind of funny, if anything. Also, I would like to get that 100%, whatchamacallit, 100% religious unity. That would make things a little bit easier on us. Let's continue to pay off our bills here. So these guys, I just want to piece them out for one province and one province only. Balso Hob. So let's see here. You can take mill tax. I'll just take it. That's fine. Upgrade our cannons. Allow our armies to punch a little bit harder here. Now Delhi, they will piece me out for this. There is nothing that they can do to stop me here. As soon as we start occupying a few more of his provinces, just like that, Delhi is now mine. So let's see here. Can I click this button or do I have to core it first? Let's see here. While owning Delhi, be able to construct the Red Fort. So there we go. Guardians of the Grand Trunk Road, which gives us an extra merchant trade steering, which is solid. And we will now be able to upgrade the Red Fort. So the Red Fort, when upgraded all the way, gives us core creation cost and governing capacity, as well as it upgrades our ruler's points there. So good. And we can use manpower to upgrade it a bit as well. Probably should actually use manpower instead. So what do we get for upgrading it regularly? So just the governing capacity, that's good. Governing capacity 10, and then the last one is core creation cost. Very, very solid. Yep, and in this war, I don't actually care about it, so I'll just white peace them. Now I'm just waiting on this truce here, which will be up in December of this year. So let's get the armies together here, because obviously we're going to have to go down and beat up on them. Gujarat will join, which is fine. I have an army here. So let's have you guys grouped up over here. Also, lads, if you did not know, Narcos Mexico Season 3 is out. Great show. Definitely recommend to watch. Though, to be warned, it is a little bit vulgar, especially if you speak Spanish. It's quite vulgar. So just a heads up about that, but a very good show. My wife and I are quite fond of it. Been binging it a bit. We also have an extra merchant from that guy, so we should do that. We are already steering from all of these guys. We're already steering from here as well. I suppose you men. Let's transfer from there. A little bit more money. Over 300 and 300 and... Sure. 308 up to 314 almost. So very solid gains on that front. So yes, we're going to need to get that religious unity ASAP. Natural scientist. Do we have a missionary strength guy? I do. So I'm going to hold on to him. So I guess we'll take the mill mana. That's fine with me. And we're just waiting until December. Oh my gosh, this song is so good. Conquistador? Is that a DLC song? Goodness gracious. I like it. Right. So I was also trying to ally Ming. So what we're doing is we're going to be using our favors here to increase our trust with them. I need a 50 opinion of them. Okay, let's improve relations with them. Repay our loans here. Our truce with Jaunpur is over. And rather than allowing them to join my coalition, we will attack them. Right, okay, it's going to do that annoying thing where I have to cancel trade power. So they may actually join my coalition if they're able. We have to wait 1 year. 3rd of January, they haven't joined. So we can attack them. Let's holy war. Have these guys come over here. Have you guys come over here. And you guys come over here. And Transoxiana will get wiped out very quickly. I let them live. I am converting this before coring it, which is kind of funny, but that's okay. Right, we also want to upgrade this as soon as we can. Right. Rather than that, let's do this here first. And then core it. Why not, right? Let's also add it to the trade company here, and we'll upgrade it whenever we can here. Also, Central Dobe is already upgraded, so this is good. So yeah, this is basically done then. Kalinjar has been won. So let's head on over to Mandala. Indian provinces are very hard for me, guys. I promise I try. Let's see if we can catch these stacks out. Very good. Continue converting everything. The sooner we get 100, the better. All right, so let's white piece you guys just in case we want to do something funky. Gujarat, we also want to white piece them. Okay. Let's have you guys do something like this. And I just want to make sure I take this tech at least on time. Gujarat white piece is fine. Now this mission here, all we need is these 3 provinces, so I will take them. Sadly, we're gonna have to convert them as well, but that's fine. HR or the AE is not too bad. I'll also have him transfer trade power to me and give me all his money. Should be pretty straightforward then. Just gotta get the extra war score from the occupations, and here you go. Easy enough, right? A little bit of that speed 5, just like that. And I'll convert it all before I core it. But this one here will give us minus 10 devastation. So for 15 years, we get fire damage, which buffs our cav quite a bit because, as you can see here, cav do less fire damage than infantry. So that's where we do a lot more shock, but we do a lot less fire. So that's actually a solid way to balance out our cavalry weaknesses, if you can call that a weakness. These guys over here are getting converted, which is fine. Once it's converted, we're going to need to add a fort there, and I believe that will resort. We also need to dev that a couple times, so let's dev it with some admin. Now all we need to do is have the fort there, I believe. Yes, I believe it just needs the fort there. So yes, in the interest of getting our mission done, I'm going to allow our missionaries to work before we core stuff up. The sooner I can core everything, the better. Free prestige is fine, I guess. You could min-max it by spending it, but I'll not be able to. So this guy won't be able to be converted until 55, if I recall correctly. Okay, let's have like you guys head on over to Delhi. And then something like this here. There you go. Have you guys suppress here. Have these guys over here. Suppressing here. Now, I was under the impression... Stay ahead on your Diplotech. And then do the thing again where you make sure that you have roads built in every province because it's overpowered. Build some courthouses. Might as well. And then a couple of manufactories don't hurt. Preferably not in provinces that I need to be converting. So I'll cancel them if I need to. I just can't be asked to worry about that. So Ming, let's improve our trust with them. I just want them to flip to friendly. I have them on friendly, but they don't want to be friendly to me. They're super, super close. So let's see here. Can I get a Diplo rep? Oh, they're super close. Okay. We need one... I guess we can probably send him a gift. So let's send him a gift here. Extra 6 relations. There we go. We can ally Ming, which should allow us to get this ceramics mission, right? Chinese ceramics. Opinion needs to be at least 150. So we're super close on that. So what we can do actually is scornfully insult his ally, or his rival rather. Tell those guys that they suck and we hate them. And there we go. Chinese blue and white porcelains, which will give us a material worthy of the King of Kings, which gives us an extra diplomat, improved relations for, what is that, 25 years, as well as trade efficiency for Ming, and we gain a diplomana for Ishmael. Very cool. We also get formalized separation of powers, so for the rest of the game, an extra bit of prestige a year. That is solid. And okay, and then what is this one down here? Isfahan needs to have the Aliquapa Palace all the way upgraded, which I'm sure I can do. And what does it do for us again? Improve relations and envoy travel time. That's fine with me. There you go. It's just going to be something that's going to cost some money, so we'll get that upgraded soon. Also, we need to upgrade that Red Palace as well, or the Red Fort, I believe it's called, over in Delhi. Intervene against Great Britain on behalf of Great Britain against oh shoot, Britain, what is going on with you, buddy? Woo-wee. Colonial War. Oh, war is on. War is on. So our truce with these guys is up in January of 57. So we got plenty of time to worry about that. Speed 5 it is. And the reason why I am not coring those up is because I wanted to convert them first. And what I'm going to do here is, this might make some of you guys cringe. I'm going to return that province. That way when these guys get converted, we'll be at 100% religious unity. We can core everything else up, which is fine. I think with that, we can also yoink some dev. Might as well, right? Helps out with our governing capacity, which is admittedly totally fine, especially with this red fort. The red fort will give us another 15% on top of what we're already at. So let's see here. We could also be working on getting some metalworking, which would give us quite a good goods produced in production buildings, which is a very solid thing, as well as some shock damage. So let's do that there. Latent goods is a very underrated thing in my mind. See, that's not worth, because we won't be able to get the trading in bonus. So what we need to do for this one is find a province that has a trade good is not very necessarily super useful. Saffron is good. It's worth a lot of money. But we have a ton of production dev here. Look at that. Goods produced 19. So I'm going to build it in our capital here. And what that will do is that will change the trade good to metalworking, which will increase. What is metalworking actually worth? So it is a downgrade in price, but that is not the end of the world, I promise you. Right, I can't upgrade it until we're done with that. So we have another mission done, which is to defend Zoroastrianism, which will get the militant doctrine of Hormazd, which will give us morale, monthly war exhaustion, and army gain for the rest of the game, as well as turns Ishmael into a general who is a 6/6/4/3 who is less likely to die while commanding an army. Very solid. And we'll be able to get this one very soon. And then conquer Hindustan. So we're not going to do that one. And this one, we just need to build that fort that I was talking about. Might as well build a level 6 fort. No reason not to, right? Upgrade our forts. Upgrade your forts. Make sure everything is nice and strong. These guys communicate, so that is fine. This one is building the plantation. So we'll get that upgraded sooner rather than later. And whenever this building is built, we'll be done with that. And I also had an event that BB, Big Boss, had mentioned that he wanted me to check out. So I will do that using console commands. So at the very end, that way I can showcase something for you. Manufactories, and we didn't spawn it, really. Hey, free absolutism. I like absolutism. We're up over a 100. A lot of people don't know this, but 100 is the max. Oh, we lost our guys there. All right, that's fine. So what I'm actually going to do is I'll just sell the crown land. We don't need it. A little bit of free money, right? But here you go. So now you can see here the metalworking workshop changes this over to metalworking, which will give us the trading in bonus. If I can find it. See, Artemis makes this so much easier. I might need to wait a month or two. We are trading in coffee now. I'm curious if we were trading in it before, to be honest. Metalworking. It says effect is nothing, but there is actually an effect. It increases the trade goods. So where are we at here? So now if I go to my trade, maybe we have to wait one more month. Where are we at here? What it should do is it should make every province, let me see here. It should make every province that is, because we're definitely trading in it. There's no doubt about that. Let's go, sorted by that way. Metalworking right here. So we are leading producer as well as, oh wow, who's producing? We're producing 68% of the world's metalworking from one province. Kind of crazy, right? It doesn't say there's a strategic effect, but it should. I'm confused. I am Confucian. It should be adding goods produced. Let's see here. So like if we have a where are we at here? A workshop. And I go to my goods produced. It should be plus 0.1 from trading and woodworking or metalworking. Ah, there we go. Metalworking product leading bonus. Yeah, it doesn't say here. That's very funny. Oh, there you go. So now you can see all these guys. It says local goods produced 0.1, which will increase our income from trade quite a bit. Now we're overextended, and that's why it's down as low as it is right now. It will shoot up quite a bit as we get that down, which will be very good. So these guys over here are all ready to be added to the trade company. So this one here is already added. Let's upgrade the red fort and then upgrade you and then upgrade you one more time. I guess I cannot afford it, but I will soon. Those don't matter. None of those matter anymore. Those ones on the right side that I showed you were the ones that you really want to see here. 25 development, but we do not have that. Well, now we do. That will steer even more trade into there and all the trade steering. And speaking of, let's actually switch back to the trade steering guy. Trade steering increases our how much money we make as we steer it through nodes. So take a look at this guy. Extra 5 to 6 ducats a month. And that's before we actually core this stuff up, right? So when you're overextended, if you don't know, it decreases your trade power abroad. So it can affect your trade income quite a bit. Okay, we have one more upgrade over here in Isfahan. Look at that building. Look at that city. Oh my gosh, 173. I'm gonna miss it in 1.32. That's the one thing about 1.32 that I think or 1.31 that I think I really, really will miss. Well, you can say about it what you want, but broken doesn't. It's one of those things. It's like, is it broken? Yeah, it is definitely broken. Does it need rework? Yeah, probably. I mean, I won't argue that it doesn't need rework, but I'm gonna miss it regardless. All right, so that fort is done over in what is that province? Ahmadabad. Which will give us the Sarhek Rosa in the city of Ahmedabad. I'm never going to say it right. I'm sorry. I promise you I am trying. I promise. So this mission here, feel free to pause if you want to read the flavor. I have things to do, but this will give us some production here, or development in general. It will upgrade the temple to a cathedral, as well as local goods produced, local tax, and local governing costs, plus prestige, which is very important. That's the main reason I wanted that. So own some provinces in Western India, and then own some provinces in Hindustan. All are good things. So I also finished this one, which will give us Diplo Rep for 25 years, as well as Vassalization Acceptance and Transfer Trade Acceptance. Okay. Golden Era for Persia, which is all of these things here. And that will give us all power costs and institution spread in True Faith provinces for the rest, or for 25 years, I think it said. Very solid things here. So let's see here. Hadramut. Are these guys all in the same truce? They are. All of them are. These guys are guaranteed by the MAM. So if I wanted to go to war with the MAMs right now, I could. The issue is taking these two provinces as unjustified demands would be painful. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sit here on speed 5 and develop our stuff up. Admin tech costs for trading and paper. Sounds good to me. Yes, Ming. I will marry you, bro. I will marry you, bro. Ming said, bro, marry me, bro. Bro, will you marry me, bro? I'll marry you, bro. Let's just trade our favors in for trust. Just make sure they like us. Coalition can't fire really if you have Ming protecting you. I mean, it could, but I'd be very surprised if it happened. How's leather coming along? So if we take a look at leather, where's it at here? Leather, we are producing 6%. We only are trading in about 10 of the market share, so you need at least 20 in order to get the bonus. And if you don't know, leather, I believe, is shock damage received, if I am recalling this correctly. Shock damage received. So that's over here in Charjui, I believe. So, sure. Just sink our diplomat into there. It's fine with me. The more we produce, the more that we'll be able to trade in it, right? So click that button there, and then mercantilism is tight. There you go. And now if we take a look here next month, and just like that, we are up to, where are we at here? Leather. So we're up to 17 and a half. Oh my gosh. We're close. Let's see here. Do we have a goods produced building? Do we have a manufactory there? We do not. Well, that will help out quite a bit as well. And we should also probably build a few more. There's no reason not to. Once you can start spamming manufactories will make you win more. It is the truth, the way, you know, there's no denying it. And that's just how you do it. You just win, right? You just win, bro. We have exiled armies here. So let's pull you guys over home. Get you repaired up there. MAMS is over in January of 57. So let's just chill and let some time go by until we're ready. Well, here we go. Our truce is up with the Mamluks. In the meantime, I've just been building up some buildings. So just wanted to make a quick jump cut just because you guys didn't need to see me speed 5 in it all the way through here. I suppose we can not co-belligerent those guys, but we'll probably annex them just for the sake of borders, right? I prepared our armies by getting them on the borders over here. And let's let's not put Ishmael. I know he said, the tooltip said that they were less likely to die, but I'd rather not risk it for the biscuit. These siege ticks are very solid. Let's have you guys split over here. So there's an army down there. Not bad though. Look at that. What are you guys gonna do, huh? You gonna rot your army on this fort here? Looks like you are. Let's force march our boys over there. They got 31 infantry. Looks like I got killed over here. Jeez, oh Pete. But let's have our army come in there, and just like that, where'd they go? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, lads. Your guess is as good as mine. So these guys, let's get them over here. Now I plan to, maybe I don't. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna have to occupy quite a few provinces to make that work. Let's just take the tactics bonus plus a little bit of extra shock. Which one was that? Was that shock for our cavalry? No, it was not. It was shock for our infantry. Okay, well, aka nothing, because we don't have any infantry. We have 0 infantry in our army, I'm pretty sure. Literally 0. Zip nada. All right, let's have you guys, once you get this stuff all over here occupied, and this war is a speed war. Look at this. Do you think they even had, they knew it was coming? They had to have expected it, right? This war has been going on for less than a year. We started it in January, and we're already at 75 war score, so pretty solid, right? Let's get you guys over here. There we go. Get these guys over here on his cell. Not bad, right? So in this war, all I really want is that, and then I'll just take anything else I can to kind of clean our borders up, make it look a little prettier. Big borders is good, right? You don't need that. Something like that's fine with me. Maybe we could also take Aleppo, or not Aleppo, Antioch. I think that's fair, right? Right, we got to win this siege over here, so let's do that. They can run over here and siege down some provinces. I don't particularly mind. It doesn't do anything against me, so let's barrage that fort there. Take it in 7-day siege ticks. That's pretty nuts, to be honest with you. All right, very good. And just like that, we can take the piece we're looking for. I might be able to even... No, and that's okay. I'll take some war reps from them as well as a couple of Ducaronis. And there you go. Just like that, we took the provinces we needed. Our name is a little bit bigger. That was why I took all those worthless desert provinces. Big name equals winning more, right? So that is War of the Lions, which is will give us trade efficiency for 20 years as well as yearly prestige. Legendary Conqueror, huh? Looks like he cannot do that. But anyways, we can now eclipse Tamerlane, which will give us monthly splendor, years of separatism, and monarch mill points for the rest of the game. Very solid. Very, very solid, actually. I could convert all this stuff, but lads, you already know what's going on here. We're going to call it. I just stated this up by accident. That's okay. So this is Persia. This is Persia. We had a really fun run this time around. You can take a look at the buildings. Look at this. We got roads built in basically every province. Universities built in almost all of our provinces. Trade is maxed out. We are 204 ducats in our node, over double any other node in the entire world. Religious map mode looks very solid. Zoroastrian made a comeback, safe to say. Didn't touch anything with culture. A lot of people ask about that. It's something that you can do it, but generally I would rather dev production if I was had excess points for that. But you know, I don't have anything against culture conversion. It's just not really worth. It's more good for multiplaying, or for role playing rather. We went engineering into religious, into trade, into aristocratic, into espionage. We finished with 55% cav combat ability, full cav front rows. Look at that. Well, you know, full cav, full kit, full cav and artillery. We are looking pretty here. We are a feudal theocracy, and these are the reforms if you want to take a look. And I guess we should probably take a look at our timeline. So we started as a Jom. Now, I know you can start as Ardabil, and I know BB had mentioned that there is a really great mission tree for Ardabil that one of his... somebody else on the FU team had donated, or whatever, contributed rather. So I would recommend checking out Ardabil if you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge. I went with a Jom, and I had a lot of people screeching about it. And it's kind of funny because I've also heard that people call me like arrogant for kind of making fun of people for complaining about very petty things in the comments. I feel no remorse for making fun of people who whine in the comments. I want you guys to know that. I love you all. I do. I love you all, and I'm a very caring father. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that I am better. No, I'm totally kidding. But I do not really appreciate it when people like insult and say that I'm like arrogant, because, you know, I make these videos for you guys. I really do. I wouldn't do this if I didn't have people watching, right? I make these videos because I want to make content that you guys want to enjoy, right? So Timur got crushed here. Luristan was a vassal. Ardalan was a vassal. I believe we took Fars as a vassal as well. Shirvan was a vassal. And we formed Persia, flipped Zoroastrian, and then we started chipping away at these guys over here. AE was pretty limiting around this point. I think this was actually around the time we had our first major coalition against us. And we started growing. I think this was our coalition soon, right around here, because we were duking it out. Yep, and we took these provinces in a coalition, if I recall. Or no. Right around now is our coalition, because we were fighting over here. We took some land from the Ottomans as well. And then in one of our coalitions, we took some land over here. I can't recall exactly what it was. Hormuz was annexed, but remember, we needed to fully annex them. And then we just started consolidating our borders over here. And around now, I got coalition, and I took these provinces from Uzbek, my former ally, longtime ally. And we kept chipping away at the Ottomans, who just every couple of months was getting smaller and smaller, while Wallachia conquered the entirety of the Balkans, to many people's dismay, as well as mine, to be honest. We continued to crush, and then we finally worked our way over into India, and started breaking through the hug boxes over there, breaking up every and all alliance that we possibly could, which just feels so good, doesn't it? Avoiding coalitions, because you just true cycle everybody, and we did it pretty efficiently this time around. Finally took Constantinople, and then around now we took Cairo, and everything looks very good. Guys, thank you so much for a wonderful campaign. I enjoyed it a lot, and I really do hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please make sure you leave a like on the video. It does help me out a lot more than you might know. And if you have it within your means and you want to support me, guys, I have a Patreon link below my videos. Patreon support is huge. It is what allows me to dedicate this as being my full-time job, making content for you guys to enjoy. So if you have it within your means, contribute over on the Patreon. And subscribe if you have not already, because we got plenty of content. And with 1.32 right around the corner, there's going to be a lot of content that you guys are going to want to catch up on. So make sure you ding the bell when you subscribe so you get notifications. If you want to join the Discord, we also have that linked in the description below, as well as my subreddit and my Twitter. And those are, interesting ways to interact with me if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, that's all I got for you for today, guys. This is Chewyshoot, and I'll catch you guys later. And because I forgot this, I'm going to start up a quick video here to remind you guys. This is the event that Big Boss had mentioned that I show you guys. So this is an event that I triggered with the console here. War after war, we have managed what many thought was impossible. Much of the Indian subcontinent now lies safely under our grasp. And with it, scores of different people from vast arrays of faiths and cultural backgrounds. Despite our zealous attention to detail and determination to maintain our identity, it has become apparent that many elements of the conquered Indian people have made its way in the most private crevices of our uniformity. Thus, we find ourselves at a crossroad we may determine the history of our great nation as we know it. It's time to embrace our new identity, which will allow us to enact the Mughal Diwan, and we become an Indian sultanate. So so I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, so does this form the Mughals then? So we've formed the Mughals. We formed the Mughals. Cool. So you can form the Mughals as Persia now via the decision here, and it looks like our mission tree stays the same. Yes, mission tree stays the same, so that's kind of cool. Now, if we let 1 month go by, you can see we have accepted all these cultures, and we have all these guys. Very good. So that's cool. But anyways, now that's all I got for you. This is Chewyshoot, and I will catch you guys later.